In this example, I'd like to show everybody how could we use Comparator class to do sorting in Java. First, I'm going to create a class, student, and each student have three attributes here. It has name, it has major, and it has a GPA. And based on that, I added the constructors. So that takes three parameters, and then I added a set of getters and setters here. And the last thing that I added is simply a toString that helps us to do the output purpose. And after this, we can, we go to the main program, and we create a class that's called sorting main. And here is what I use is I create a list of students, and then I added a sequence of students. I have I added John CS with a GPA 3.2, Jones math major 3.1, and Terry CS 4.0, Bruce biology 2.8, Eric chemistry 3.5, and Kaushik CS 3.8. And what I like to show is how could we sort this collection of students based on different criteria. For example, based on the we say first based on the name, and then we can say based on the major, and then based on the GPA. We can easily do this. So whenever we need to do sorting, what we are going to do is we create, we can say collections dot sort, and then the first parameter here is the collection that you like to sort, and then you are going to create a comparator. You say new comparator because we need to compare two student objects, so I'm going to let the generics to be of type student. And here you have to implement a method that's called compare, and this compare will take two parameters. That's the student 1 and student 2. So when we need to compare based on the name, all we have to do is we just do the comparison of the names. After that, to see how the result works, we just say, system.out.println students, because I've already implemented the toString, and what this would do is they would call students.toString because this is a collection. What would happen is it will get each of these elements here, and then each of the elements would further call the toString, and you are going to say this output, say name equals, major equals, and GPA equals. That's just for demonstration purpose. And by doing this, you can also use this for, to make sure that your program works correctly. Now, if I want to do sorting on another criteria, for example, based on the major, all I have to do is I just say, I compare based on the major. I say get the major and compare to the second one's major. Suppose we want to compare based on the GPA. All we have to do is we are going to take the difference of the two GPAs. We try to say, if the difference is greater than 0, it means that the first student GPA is better than the second, so it will return 1. If they are equal, I'm going to return 0. If difference is a negative number, we are going to return a negative 1. That's just the requirement of using a comparator. And we can just go ahead and run the program, and you will say the result sorted based on the name, sorted based on the major, and sorted based on the GPA. And you can clearly say based on the name, you see Bruce, Eric, John, Jones, Kaushik, Terry. And for the major, you are going to see biology first, computer science the second, chemistry the third, and math at the end. And when we try to sort based on the GPA, you are going to say the GPA 2.8 is the first and the GPA 4.0 is the last. Okay, what I like to do next is I like to further demonstrate we can sort based on multiple criteria if needed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, based on not the GPA, I will say based on the major and then GPA. Okay, and how could we do this? Is what we will do is we need to compare their major first. So first, what I'm going to do is I would get an integer. That's the major comparison. I say major COMP is equal to 01 dot get major dot compare to with 02 dot get major. We say if major COMP is equal to 0, which means if their major are the same, we need to worry about the GPA. If they are not the same, it will be very, very easy. All we have to do is we just return the major comparison. And we would be done, and what we are going to do is we are going to probably format the code to let it look a little bit nicer. And let's see what's the result when we try to run the program. So click on OK, and it says based on the major and then the GPA, you say okay, the folks for the biology appears the first, but for computer science you say it is 3.2, 3.5 and 3.8 and 3.2, 3.8 and 4.0, and chemistry and maths. So this is all you have to do. So if you look at this, we can really do the sorting by one criteria or multiple criteria. It's just all you have to do is you implement a different comparator class. That's all I need to talk about here. If you have any questions, let me know.